Good morning, groovy citizens, and happy winning and willing Wednesday. Y'all, it's the middle of the week. You know, I love the middle of the week. Why? Because that means there's only 2 more work days left, you guys. And that is always an awesome thing. So, before I jump into today's topic, I wanted to give you a few updates. And one of which, y'all, it's only 78 degrees, but it's starting to get hot. I think it's going to get up to 90 today. So I said, let me hurry up, get out here, get this video done before it bakes the back of my phone. But yeah, so if you hear the fan blowing, it's because I have the air conditioning on. And what else? Oh, and then I have an issue where yesterday this box popped up on my dashboard that says service tire monitor system. And I thought, what the heck is that? Well, after doing some research, and when I say research, really my dad did it. We figured out it's the valve, the stem that you put air in your tire, use to put the air in your tire, that needs to be replaced. And it's on the front passenger side. So now I got to go get a new one and then get it put in. Somebody told me it's about $65, so I'll see. I have to go over to the dealership because y'all know me. I always go to the dealership for stuff and see how much they would charge for the part, and then I'll take it up to my mechanic, Mr. Herman up the street, and get him to put it on, or the guy who has a shop next to him. We'll see. So anyway, that's that. And then what else? Oh, I have to get the back of the cover for the latest book, Love Knows No Boundaries. Get that. We're changing the verbiage on the back of that. After that, the book is done, you guys. I'm so excited about it. And y'all know that once it's completed, that I will be ordering a copy and showing it to you to get you all to go order your copy. And all I do is put into words the vision that Mr. Ross Swan has. I'm so proud of him. So thankful for the opportunity to work with him. And y'all, life is good. Okay, life is great. I have no complaints right about now, none whatsoever. And what else? Was there anything else I wanted to share with you guys? No, I guess that's it. Oh, make sure you have your water. I have mine today because, like I said, it's going to be a hot one. Now, before I jump into my topic, I wanted to share some words with you all. Just words that I hope will be inspirational for you as they are for me. One of my favorite songs is called Praying for You, and it's sung by Mr. William Murphy. And this song is so powerful that I wanted to share the words with you. And he says, Lord, I'm praying for my brother because I know he wants to do your will. Yes, I'm praying for my sister because I know you want to set her free. Praying for the body of Christ, I know you're going to have your way. Yes, if you're listening and you're hurting real bad, don't worry, I can hear him say, I'm praying for you. When I pray, things change. And now cast all your cares to him. The Lord will free your mind. Despite the pain you feel, he will come through. I'm praying for you. And then it goes on to say, hold your head up, my brother, though sometimes it may be hard to do. You just be encouraged, because I've been in that position too. And you've been feeling so lonely. Sometimes you don't know where to go, what to do, where to turn. But if you're listening and you want a way out, here is something you ought to know. And then the song, of course, repeats with cast all your cares on him. The Lord will free your mind. Despite the pain you feel, he will come through. I just came to tell you that I'm praying for you. And then the song just kind of keeps repeating that I'm praying for you. But towards the end, it says, things are going to get better. Hold your head up. And then I love when he ends the song by saying, it's already done. So I don't know who needed that. And I don't know what it is that you may be going through, but just know that I am praying for you, that things will change. God is going to fix whatever it is that's worrying you, that's weighing you down, that's causing you angst and to be stressed, whatever the case may be. I am praying for you. Y'all know I'm always praying for you all. Many of you I've never met, and I probably never will get a chance to meet, and it doesn't even matter. I can still pray for you all. Now let's jump into today's topic. And our topic for today is make peace with yourself. Make peace with yourself. And this quote that I'm going to share with you is by Joel Osteen, and I'm going to unpack it as I go along. Give you some closing thoughts, and I'm gonna bid you good day, because I got breakfast sitting on the table waiting for me, and it was smelling real good as I walked out the door. And he says, too many people go around feeling wrong on the inside. They don't really like who they are. They focus on their faults and weaknesses. They're constantly critical toward themselves. That recording of everything they've done wrong is always playing in their mind. You're impatient. You blew your diet yesterday. You lost your temper. You're still struggling with that addiction. You should be ashamed of yourself. They wonder why they're not happy. It's because they have this war going on the inside. You're not supposed to go through life feeling wrong about yourself. Come on, somebody. Let me tell you something. Whatever you did, whatever you said, whatever you didn't do, I need you to stop beating yourself up over it, because guess what? It is in the past. There's nothing that you can do about it to change it, so why beat yourself up over it? And stop going through life feeling like you are worth nothing because you've done things in your past. Guess what? Everybody has a past. Everybody has a past. And if they tell you they don't, they're telling you a lie. I was going to say something else. They're telling you a lie. Because we all have a past. We all have gone some places that we'd probably be embarrassed if folks knew we even went there. You've done some things that you would never want anybody to find out about. You've dated somebody you wouldn't want anybody to find out about. But we all have a past. So stop beating yourself up over it. Stop playing that song, i.e. that event, over and over and over and over again. It's done. Let it go. God has forgiven you. You need to forgive you. Let it go and move on. I'll be daggone if I'm going to walk around thinking about anything that I may have said and or done. If I've asked God, not if, because I've asked God to forgive me for it. I know He's forgiven me, and I'm moving on. And I won't allow you or myself to beat me down over something that I can't change anyway. Come on, y'all. Quit focusing on your faults. Quit overanalyzing your weaknesses. Quit beating yourself up because you're not where you thought you would be. Here's the key. You're not a finished product. Let me put a pin right there. You are not a finished product. So if you're sitting around thinking to yourself, well, you know what, Lord, I should be further along in my life than I am, or whatever, something happened and so I'm not where I want to be, you are not a finished product. I am not a finished product. We are not finished products. Guess what? We will always be doing something to get to that next level from now until God calls us home, because we're never going to be a finished product until God says it is done and your time on earth is complete. So stop beating yourself up over it, y'all. Come on now. God is still working on you. The scripture says God changes us from glory to glory. You have to learn to enjoy the glory that you're in right now. You may have some weaknesses. We all do. Okay, we all do. There may be some areas where you know you need to improve, but being down on yourself is not going to help you do better. Having that nagging feeling telling you you don't measure up, God's not pleased with you, you'll never get it right, it's not going to help you move forward. You have to accept yourself right where you are, faults and all. Let me put a pin right here. I love this because I tell myself this, and I've told other people this all the time. You have to accept where you are right now as you work towards becoming the person that you want to be, or work towards getting to the place where you want to be, faults and all. Am I a perfect person? No. Have I cussed somebody out this week? Yes. Because I'm not a perfect person. Now, do I practice cussing folks out? No, I do not. But I can be honest with you, and I can certainly be honest with myself to say, no, I'm not a perfect person. I've cussed this week, and I've asked God to forgive me for it. But He knew that I didn't set out to do that. It's just that, I just kind of got pushed that way. Now, I don't always default to that, but I do, I have my faults because I'm not a finished product. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm not going to beat myself up over it either. Okay? God is the potter. We are the clay. He's the one making you and molding you. It may not be happening as fast as you like, but you don't control the timetable. Let me put a pin right here. If you are walking around thinking to yourself, Lord, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. I'm doing everything that I know to do, and I feel like I'm just not getting where I need to be fast enough. Just remember that God is the potter, and we are the clay, and he's going to get you there in his timing, not your timing or my timing, but in God's timing. So just keep doing what you know you're supposed to do, living that good life, praising God, giving him the glory every chance you get, and he is slowly but surely molding you to become the person that he's called you to be. Stop getting impatient. I know you do, because I do too. Like I said, we aren't perfect, but you just have to give it some time. Will you trust him in the process? And that's the key. Will you trust God in the process of him taking you from A to Z? Will you trust him in the process of taking you from fallout to glory? Will you trust him in the process? And sometimes, too often, we get frustrated and we stop trusting God. We stop looking to God because we say, you know what, he's not moving fast enough. I don't see anything happen. Well, guess what? You may not see anything happening right here in the foreground, but you have no idea what's going on in the background. So just be patient and just wait. Just be patient and wait. So sometimes when I'm feeling antsy about things, I just laugh and I say, all right, Satan, go and sit down somewhere. See, because what you're not going to do is get me all worked up, worried and frustrated. And I sure enough know that God is working that thing out in my behalf. And he's going to make a way out of no way. So I don't have to worry about, is he going to do it? Come on, somebody. I know he will. But he's going to do it in his timing, not in Michelle's timing. Will you accept yourself in the glory that you're in right now? And for me, the answer is yes. I love me. See, here's the thing about me. I don't need anybody to pat me on the back and say all the right words, because I do that for myself. I trust me as I'm going through the process, but I love me as I'm going through the process. Again, I'm not a perfect person, but I still love me anyway. I know some people may be saying, well, how can you love how you are if you haven't gotten where you want to be? You know why? Because if I can't love me where I am, how in the world am I going to love me when I get to where I'm asking God to take me? Come on, somebody. That's just like saying if you can't love God now when he hasn't give you the blessing that you asked for, what makes him think that you're going to thank him and bless him once he gives you that thing? You have to love yourself right where you are as you work towards getting to where you want to be. The problem with not liking yourself is you're the only person that you can never get away from. Can I say that one more again? Because somebody in the back of the room missed it. You are the only person that you can never get away from. I need y'all to remember that. You can get away from your boss. You can get away from your neighbor. You can get away from that crazy uncle or aunt, but you can never get away from you. You wake up with you. You take a shower with you. You go to work with you. You even go on vacations with you. If you don't like you, life is going to be very miserable. That's why I said I love me. Flaws and all, faults and all, I love me. Because I can't get away from me. When I woke up, there I was. When I washed my behind to get ready for work, there I was. As I was preparing for this video, there I was. I'm talking to you now, and here I am. You can't get away from you, so you might as well learn to love you. Don't go around being against yourself. You may have some things wrong with you, but can I tell you, you have a lot more right with you. You may have a long way to go, but if you look back, you'll see how far you've already come. Keep your flaws in perspective. Every person has something they're dealing with. You may see something that looked further along. They look like they've got it all together. They're happy, enjoying their life. I'm sorry, you may see someone who's further along, but but they're on the potter's wheel. The reason they're not upset, the reason they're not down on themselves, is they've learned they've learned this principle to enjoy where you are while God is in the process of changing you. So everybody that looks like they're extremely happy, even in the midst of their mess, you know why? It's because they learn to enjoy where they are as they work on getting to where they want to be. It's just like, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let you go. It's just like going on that road trip. You know, God forbid you decided you want to drive to Florida. I know I wouldn't, because it's too long a drive for me. I'll take the plane, please, for 1,000 Alex. Or I could take the auto train. That way I can take my car with me. But I digress. And you just keep saying, you know how your kids say, are we there yet? Are we there yet? And you just want to shake them. Because like, Lord, please give them something to do. Let them go to sleep. No, we're not there yet. We have many, many, many more hours ahead of us. But if you enjoy the car ride to Florida, enjoy the process, enjoy your family or yourself if you're in a car by yourself, but chances are you're in a car with somebody else or other people. Enjoy where you are and with your family or your friends or whoever you're traveling with in that moment as you drive to get to where you're going. See, sometimes we miss so much stuff because we're so focused and we're so caught up with getting to the end result that we don't enjoy the process as we get there. That's me. It doesn't matter if I have to go to CVS a little later, but I'm just going to enjoy the process of going to CVS. Not worrying about what I'm going there for. I'm enjoying my getting there. And when you do that, you don't miss things. A lot of y'all miss out on so much in life because you're so busy focusing on where you're going that you don't take the time to enjoy the getting to where it is that you're trying to get to. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have. And I hope something that I shared with you today resonates with you, and I hope it speaks to you and helps you to make peace with yourself. Some of you all have had a hard time making peace with yourself for something that happened, maybe something that you did or something that you said 10, 15, 20 years ago. But until you make peace with yourself, you're never going to be able to move past it. And let me tell you this. Do you know that when you're sitting around unable to make peace with yourself, the person that you may have wronged, they've long since forgiven you. Long since forgiven you. You're the only one that's trying and finding it hard to make peace. So that's why I said, let that thing go. Okay, you said something, you did something, regardless of what it is that you did. If God can forgive you when you ask for his forgiveness and you repent, why can't you forgive you? Who are you that you can't forgive yourself? God, we serve a big God. And if God can forgive me, you best believe Michelle can forgive me. Come on, somebody. I'm not going to let anything that I said or did in my past hold me down and make me feel like I'm less than or unworthy, because I'm not. I'm just as worthy as anybody else. God has forgiven me and I've forgiven me. Y'all, that's it. That's my time. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. It's always a pleasure to see you all. You know, I miss you when I don't get to see you. Y'all, go out there, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. But as you do that, I want you to make peace with yourself, because you have something that you need to make peace with. And I want you to decide today, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, and certainly not next year. But today, I want you to decide that you're going to make peace with that thing. Start to love yourself. Because I promise you, the world around you loves you just the way you are, flaws and all. You just have to learn to love yourself. That's it, and we will talk again on Friday. Until then, take care.